Yeah, we back. I wasn't planning on it. I wasn't. StreamYard costs some money though, so we're gonna get all our money worth out of StreamYard and everything. Y'all see the title though? Y'all see the title? What's going on, bitch man? Y'all see the title? Okay, so well, Theo, you just got off the live. I did. That was a teachable moment. This one is also a teachable moment and everything like that. Thank you so much for putting up, Jermaine. I'm gonna do my best to get. I'm gonna give us several analogies, if you will, and if you're picking up what a brother putting down, let me know. Hit that like button. If you're not picking up what a brother putting down, tell him he's full of it in the comment section. But whatever you do, just leave a comment. Definitely, like button. Okay, so Recast T'Challa. How long has it been? Recast T'Challa. What's going on, Javon? How long has Recast T'Challa, the hashtag, been a thing? 2021? 2021. All right. Anybody besides me ever been a part of an organization? Part of an organization. I'm just asking any organization, anybody, regardless of what that organization is. You could have been a member of the motorcycle club. You could have been a member of a football team. You could have been a member of a debate team. You could have been a member of the French club. It's just whatever. So you got Recast T'Challa. Started 2021. Emmanuel No Set, John Campion. John Campion say he's the grandfather. Emmanuel No Set say he's the father. I heard Emmanuel No Set first before I heard John Campion. So right there. So you got Recast T'Challa. It's a movement, but what is the movement exactly? What's the mission statement? Recast T'Challa. So that would be the mission statement, the objective to get the character recast. Okay. What are the rules of engagement? No, the official rules of engagement. What is it? Anybody know? Anybody? What about the strategy? Is there any official strategy? Like, is there an official handbook with some strategy in regards to getting T'Challa recast? Are there departments within Recast T'Challa that have specific jobs, duties in regards to getting the character recast? Is there that? What about heads of those departments? Are there leaders in place that when something ain't getting done in regards to getting the character recast, it falls on them to get it done? Any of that? Is there an official membership where you know who's all in it? You got any officers in Recast T'Challa? Is there a treasurer, secretary, minute keeper, president, vice president? I'm just asking questions. Is there a coach, a general manager, a offensive coordinator, any defense coordinator, special teams person, anybody? Is Recast T'Challa built like the government? No, there are no positions in Recast T'Challa. There's no positions, no responsibilities. Does that seem like a recipe for success? You ain't got no mission statement. You ain't got no objective. You ain't got no money pouring into the movement to keep the movement going. You don't have anybody with any responsibilities, not official responsibilities. You don't have a spokesperson. No, and I'm saying you, like, I'm just saying it's none of that's there. There's no code of conduct for Recast T'Challa. None of that. Well, ain't that sort of kind of what you need? Like, if you want your movement, your organization to be successful, You kind of need all of that, or you just spinning your wheels. You know, Recast the Charlie doesn't even have a public relations expert. No social media page. You remember how you could go to Black Lives Matter? They had a website, their page, you had their mission statement where they told you what they were all about, that Black Lives Matter, right? You ain't got that for Recast the Charlie. You ain't got that. Now, why does that matter? Well, if you don't have a code of conduct, then you know you're gonna have folks saying whatever they want to damn say, whether it's conducive to the movement or contradictory to the movement. They're just gonna say it because there's no code of conduct. Rightfully so, wrongfully so. They just gonna say whatever they want to say and do whatever they want to say and do, and swear they promoting the movement. That don't work like that. Is there a letters page for Recast the Charlie? I know I'm not trying to make it like that, but I'm just saying, like, there are quite a few deficiencies there. Wouldn't you say so? So there's no letter page. But Theo, why would the letter page? Why would there be a letter? Well, that way folks could keep up with what was going on with Recast the Charlie. Like that's kind of what that is. Folks would be able to keep up what was going on. They would stay in the know and everything like that. You would know where to go get stuff, whether it was where to go to get pens, where to go to get other paraphernalia in regards to Recast the Charlie. Because you for a movement to stay active, you kind of need resources, unless folks are going to volunteer their own resources and financial. And in very few times are people willing to put up their own money. That's just, but you do have times to do that. Okay, strategy. Like there's no playbook. You want to get T'Challa recast? How? Because it's not enough to say you just want to get the character recast. That's the objective, right? That's the objective, to get the character recast. How? What's the game plan? Is there a playbook out there? No. Okay, well, if there's no game plan, no playbook on how to get T'Challa recast, then if you don't have a playbook, then folks gonna do what they want to do because there's no playbook. So you don't have a code of conduct. You don't have a guide. Then you don't have any you don't have a letters page. So what are you doing? Where's that solidarity at? How do you even know how to show it? What are the talking points? Because the talking point should be consistent throughout Recast T'Challa. The only way for it to be inconsistent is if it isn't organized. Now I'm saying that for a reason. You might like, well, Theo, why? Well, I happen to know there was a meeting had in 2021. Quite a few of us were there. It was off the book. We don't know how to do that no more. We don't. Let me tell you who was all at that meeting. I was at that meeting. Daryl was at that meeting. E-Man was at that meeting. Marcus from back of the bus was at that meeting. Chillmonger was at that meeting. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say Planet Fanatics was at that meeting. And I could be wrong. I think Dre Mack was at that meeting. Yep. And that meeting took place on Saturday. Now, you're not going to find no record of it. We didn't record it. We didn't record it. That meeting actually took place, if I'm not mistaken, on StreamYard. Yep. I was late. I was late. I was late. I don't necessarily know, because I know who folks keep saying I am, and I don't know what I don't know. Folks keep comparing me. I keep getting compared to the volatile person. I don't know why that is. I keep getting compared to folks like Eric Lenshear, Magneto. I keep getting compared to folks like him and Malcolm X. I ain't never been called Dr. Martin Luther King, and I ain't never been referred to as Professor Xavier. I don't know why. I don't know why. I think I'm a pretty rational person. I don't think I'm. Am I really that? Anyway, that ain't what. But we were there. We were there, and Darryl left that meeting before I did. You say what? Yeah, Darryl left that meeting before I did. I'm like, so you just gonna leave? You gonna leave your boy in here? You gonna leave? Okay. We asked questions. What was the strategy? We didn't come back with no strategy. What were the talking points? We didn't come back with any talking point. The only thing we came away with was us being told it's chess, not checkers, and you got to strategize, which was crazy because I know Darren didn't play football. I didn't play football, and we both been in the military. Pretty much you got to have some strategy in those two things to be successful. We left that meeting, we had no strategy. No strategy, no meeting, none. Now, that was 2021. Have you seen Recast T'Challa move any way since 2021 that would give you the impression that the movement is organized? No, you wouldn't. No, you have not. Because considering the amount of people that are Recast T'Challa, prominent members of Recast T'Challa. When I say prominent members, they have their own platforms and everything like that. Oh no, you should be getting hit upside the head with Recast T'Challa 24/7. The Recast T'Challa network, something like that. It should be shirts out there and everything like that, pins out there, merch flying around out there. Hell, it should be a damn daily newsletter dedicated. You see how Marvel came up with a YouTube page dedicated to spread their news information? You ain't got that from Recast. You won't even see nothing. Is there a dedicated Recast T'Challa page? No, there ain't no Recast T'Challa YouTube channel. There ain't no Recast T'Challa Twitter page. There ain't no Recast T'Challa page. It's not. And you know that. Why not? Why not? You know how you go to the Facebook groups and they tell you for you to join the group, you must agree to these terms. Where is that with Recast T'Challa? Mind you, we asked these questions in 2021. We were told, I told you who was in the meeting. We asked the question, we did. Because I ain't never took the football field with no strategy. I ain't never heard, I didn't, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, hell, I ain't never had a defensive coach just tell me, just go out there and do what you're doing. Just go out there and do what you've been doing. That's it. Yeah, just go out there and do what you've been doing. That's what we got told. Now, the thing is that prior to that meeting, you had what, 9 different folks, 10 different folks doing 10 different damn things. Well, they were supposed to be coming together under one thing to figure out how to get that one thing accomplished. And after the meeting, all they were left with was the same thing they came in with. Do the same damn thing you've been doing. I'm sorry, I don't even do that when I play Grand Theft Auto. I'm sorry, Grand Theft Auto 5. I don't keep doing the same damn thing. I'm sorry. Because the computer, the AI, it adjusts sometimes. It's no different when you're playing football with Madden or college football. The AI adjusts, so you got to adjust too. Like you can't just go in and just keep doing the same. You know what they say? The epitome of stupidity is doing the same damn thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Now it's gonna be some folks. Now, mind you, watch where I go with this. Do we think everybody on the same football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, we think all of them like each other? We think they all agree with each other. No, they don't. They had a common goal. Do we think, I know we know better, do we think that every Republican agree on the same damn thing? Clearly they didn't, based on how they're going off right now. But they had a common goal. The goal was to get that dude elected. That was the common goal. And we don't want to sit up here and act like they didn't have no strategy. Project 2025. They had a whole damn playbook. They did. And they waged a great propaganda campaign. What we had, cat ladies. And then they say that folks bought into it. Oh, well, she wasn't black. She wasn't black. How is that what we saying? She black and brown. What is we doing? It's a war going on overseas. It's a war going on right here in America. What is we doing? She a female. And what is she don't have any children? Well, when did that get to be a damn thing? Because it's men out here that ain't got no damn kids. What is we? She married to a white dude. So what I want her to be with Future, like you help me. There was no strategy, and that's a hell of a propaganda campaign to be waged. And Recast T'Challa experienced the propaganda campaign. We don't think so? Let's go. Well, when Kevin Feige came to the stage and said what he said on December 10th about Iconic, what was the strategy? Oh, y'all gonna say with Theo, it wasn't really no recast. Okay, cool. All right, do that. All right. Well, when the cast and crew said they was mourning, what was the strategy? Like, see, the goal is to get T'Challa recast. It is. And you got to have strategy in place to offset everything your opponent throws at you, whether it's whether they throw stuff at you aggressively or whether they throw stuff at you passively. You must have countermeasures in place. What did Recast T'Challa have? When you got the black journalist covering for the black director, when you got the black cast and crew acting differently than the interracial cast and crew from Fast and the Furious, what's your countermeasures in place? What's your countermeasures? When folks go above and beyond to say, well, we knew Chadwick Boseman, when you yourself know based on the news that's out there, they didn't, what's your countermeasure? How does Recast T'Challa respond? When the movie came out and Recast T'Challa got called misogynistic, misogynoir, from a brother, if you will, what was the countermeasure? What was the strategy in place to make sure the movement kept the main thing, and not have to keep dealing with allegations? Where was the PR department? Where were the spokespeople for Recast T'Challa? Where was the handbook? You know, the handbook that tells people clearly in black and white what Recast T'Challa stands for. That way you alleviate questions. Now, mind you, there was a meeting that took place in 2021. I feel like we got to say there was a meeting that took place in 2021 off the record with quite a few folks we know And we all came away with nothing. Nothing. And since then, what did you get? Well, you got Thunderbolt Ross being recast. What did Recast T'Challa say? Nothing. What did Recast T'Challa say as an organization? As a movement? Nothing. What was the official spokesperson for Recast T'Challa? Nowhere. Has Recast T'Challa sat down with anybody officially? No. Has Recast T'Challa been given any TV time? No. Podcast time? No. YouTube time? Has anybody from Recast T'Challa spoke to Nate Moore? No. Interviewed Nate Moore? Ryan Coogler? No. Anybody from Recast T'Challa spoke to any cast and crew members? No. No. Did Recast T'Challa go see Captain America 4? Did Recast T'Challa know what they were looking for in regards to Captain America 4? No. Does Recast T'Challa have a good idea of what a stereotypical trope is when it comes to Black people? No. Does Recast T'Challa know the histories of these characters backwards and forwards like they should, considering who they're supposed to be? No. Is Recast T'Challa knowledgeable when it comes to the man that is Chadwick Boseman? No. Okay, so how does Recast T'Challa get the character recast? Because that's the objective. That's the objective, and there is no playbook. What is it? 4 years now? I said the meeting was in 2021. 4 years later, there's no organization. There's no playbook. There's no strategy. There are no rules of engagement. So we got that even in the Marine Corps, rules of engagement when you engage the enemy. But also the Uniform Code of Military Justice, we had a code of conduct, how you could conduct yourself and how you couldn't. Does Recast T'Challa have a code of conduct? No. No. Mind you, you need that to be effective. And you know it, and I know it, we all know it. We don't have it though, right? So if we don't have it and we know it, we don't have it, right? Recast T'Challa does not have it. And we know we don't have it. If you consider yourself Recast T'Challa, you know it's not there. But you know what is there, should be there as Recast T'Challa? Common sense. Theo, what do you mean? Well, heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? Right. Well, I'm not going, because me and D-Real have caught this, so has Kamoyo. I'm not gonna act like there aren't some folks we've had to get at for misrepresenting the movement. And what do I mean when I say misrepresenting the movement? Going above and beyond to besmirch the female writers of Black Panther. Oh no, that get checked. We check it with facts though. We check it with facts, and we let folks know we don't do that here. We're not finna belittle, demean women. But is that an official code of conduct for Recast T'Challa? No. It is a code of conduct of when you interacting with me. You can't kick the bobo with me and you disrespecting women. I got 4 daughters. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Have there been some people that kind of want to push the MCU narrative? Yeah, we check that too. I do. I check the MCU thing. You don't even hear me use MCU. And do you know why? Because low-key, I feel like that's wrong. I feel like I should be able to stick to the facts and just point out to you what Marvel is doing. And you be like, oh, okay, I ain't got to resort to that. But once again, that's me. Can we say everybody is doing that? Or can we say, you know what? Recast T'Challa is inconsistent when it comes to using that terminology, MCU. You would be absolutely right. You would be absolutely right. But once again, that speaks to Recast T'Challa not being organized. So if Recast T'Challa isn't organized, it's not, then anything that's might cause Recast T'Challa to look bad, that's coming from certain individuals. Certain individuals. And now in this day and age in social media, we have the opportunity to address those individuals. Now we can either use the milk or meat way of doing it, or we can do the, you get more with honey than you do with vinegar. Hey, let me holler at you for a second. Yeah, you know what you know the comments you're making? Yeah, it's not a look, that's not a good look on the movement. When folks see you, they see us. Folks see me, they see the movement. You got to walk carefully. You got to talk carefully. Anything you say or do can be viewed upon negatively by your opponent, your opposition, if you will. Yeah, any types of, watch this, you'll like this one. With there being no playbook, we don't have the resources that Marvel does. Marvel know who you are. Remember what I said with Valiant and going off of what Grace said? They're trying to recapture their Black audience. Grace mentioned, shout out to Grace. Grace mentioned the boycott. So Marvel Studios knows they're being boycotted. Well, if Grace can say it because Marvel knows it, you think Marvel don't know who out here doing it? You selling yourself short. You think Marvel isn't aware? If Marvel is aware of the boycott, Marvel is aware of folks that's running their mouth in regards to a boycott. They are. And you know what they're waiting on? A chink in the armor. Now, if we had organizational meetings, which we don't, shout out to Professor Film, he said something about a lie. Does Recast T'Challa have weekly meetings? Bi-weekly meetings? Monthly meetings? Annual meetings? No. Also, in essence, you got folks saying they recast T'Challa just running all over the place. They ain't checking with each other, nothing. They just saying and doing whatever they want to do. That's not the qualities of a successful movie. Yet, here we stand. Sit rather, not being organized, not walking in lockstep, not possessing a hive-like mentality. Here we stand, and Marvel is acknowledging us. Recast T'Challa. Now, an intellectual person thinking would say to himself, if I'm Recast T'Challa and Marvel has come out and made it known that they want me back, well, that means the power shifted from Goliath to David. Yeah, that power shifted from Goliath to David. Now it's up to David what David is going to do with it. Do I use the slingshot? That's what I've been using because I ain't got the resources they got. They came with a whole army. Do I continue to use the slingshot that has brought the media giant to his knees? Do I use that slingshot to delete him? Or do I use the promise of the slingshot being used to delete him if he don't do what I want him to do going forward? It's either my way or the highway. My way or no way. You either do it the way I say do it, which includes all the Black superheroes being represented properly, or you ain't got to worry about making money. Making money, historically speaking, this is where we've been as a culture, as a people. Folks that don't look like us using us to make money, to fatten up their pockets. Now, I know some people are going to be saying, Theo, 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 Anthony Mackie, Anthony Mackie, Anthony Mackie. Anthony Mackie is black. I've supported Anthony Mackie in the past. I have. I ain't never said I didn't think he was a good actor. Code of conduct. See how they go? Code of conduct. But that's just me. I'm just one person. I'm just one person. But I've done more for Anthony Mackie than Anthony Mackie did for me. I paid for his movies. I can't even get my character recast. And while he can say so much about one character, he says little to nothing about another character. Well, where's the strategy in regards to Recast T'Challa in how you deal with disingenuous brothers and sisters? Where's that strategy at? Tell us how to engage such propaganda. We don't have it. Well, when you don't have those things and you know you don't have those things, then I'm going to say it one more time because it's a question of whether or not you know. If you don't know, then you don't know. Well, if you know you don't have those things in place, then you can't do anything to jeopardize what little you have in place, especially when you know that with what you don't have, Goliath then acknowledged you, which was what we were told wasn't even possible. What, 4 years ago? I want to say, what wasn't it? 2021, 2022, when Roland Martin, see how I'm mentioning specific names? I'm mentioning specific names so folks don't assume I'm talking about anybody else. A black journalist. I'm not going to say some black journalists. I'm going to Roland Martin, Jamel Hill. There's nothing wrong with attaching names to it. Athletes say that all the time. Stephen A. Smith, don't come to me with anonymous sources. Come to me with somebody who had enough courage and conviction to say, I said it. Don't say to me what some have said, because if there are some misrepresenting Recast T'Challa, wouldn't you want those who represent Recast T'Challa to go chop it up with them? Hey, let's not do that. But once again, we don't have leadership, do we? There's no man at arms, no woman at arms in Recast T'Challa. No. There's no mediator in Recast T'Challa. No, Recast T'Challa don't even have attorneys assigned to it just in case we get in trouble. Nothing. We just, well, hold on. Is that really what we're trying to do, though? Ask a question. But not tell them, say I asked a tough question. I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions. Because, see, I'm of the mindset that if Recast T'Challa was organized like it should have been, stuff like today, this morning, wouldn't even take place. It wouldn't. There'd be no need for it. Because whenever a member, I'm going to say one of the more high-ranking members of Recast T'Challa, whenever that member would have had a question, he'd have chopped it up with everybody else before they went out there and made a public statement. Because they know when they make a public statement, they represent Recast T'Challa. Now, what Democrat do we know going out there bashing another Democrat? Nope, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And yeah, you can hear Republicans talk about what they want to talk about in regards to who finna be elected to run for president. But once they said it was Donald, they all walked in lockstep. That was the strategy. And anything else, damn all that other stuff. That we gonna mitigate all that other stuff. We gonna keep everything in house. But when it comes, yeah, we all running behind him. Now, let me say this. Ain't nobody got to nominate me to be the king, leader, or nothing. I'm fine over here. So I don't want nobody thinking, well, Theo, no, he don't. He good. He good. He good. President, leader, captain. I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm straight. It's a lot of responsibility come with that. And I don't think I'm that likable of a person, to be perfectly honest with you. Well, no, yeah, no. So no, I don't want nobody to think, oh, he just, no, he don't. No, he don't. He good right here. I'm just pointing out what me and Daryl pointed out when the meeting was had in 2021, because where they do call him the prophet, because he foresaw stuff like this coming along. When they call me the grill, thus I'm able to go back and say, oh no, this is when it happened, and all of us was there. You know, if we'd all agreed then on a strategy, a game plan, I don't think the MCU would look like how it look right now. I damn sure don't think it would be performing like it's performing right now, but hey, who am I? I don't know much. I'm gonna keep over these notes. I'm gonna get on up out of here. I'm gonna get on up out of here. We here. What's going on, Big Afro? Javon in the building. What's going on? What's going on, Gray? What's going on? Yeah, man, we in here. We in here. What's going on? E-Man wait, E-Man hadn't. No, he did not. Just keep doing what you've been doing. That's not me saying. That's not me saying that to besmirch him, throw him up. No, because we look at E-Man as being the leader, right? Right. Well, okay. Well, what's the strategy? You know, we trying to walk lockstep. There's no strategy. Now I can tell you what me and Daryl decided on our own. Daryl and I looked at each other and said, well, we can't go toe-to-toe with Marvel. We can't. It's just us. We got limited resources. What did that Daryl platform is set up on edutainment is his thing. Well, let's take it one step further. We're going to educate folks. Now, once we educate folks, we can't do anything about those who don't care. But those who do care, they get the education. They're not going to want what they're getting from the MCU. They're not. They're going to look at that and be like, oh, man, strategy. Strategy? Oh, well, you finna come out with the eyes of Wakanda? This me, strategy. You say 16 episodes. Well, you say Wakanda then got looted? That's what your whole premise gonna be about? Wakanda get looted? Well, I think I can do better for those who actually care by giving them 16 videos featuring characters from the comic books. Black Panther comic books, I think I can do better by giving them that. Those that don't care won't care. Those that will, they won't give two damns about the eyes of Wakanda. Thus, they won't even watch it. If anything, they'll be like, hey, Theo, tell us about such and such and so and so. Strategy. I don't believe any Black Panther fan that actually gives two damns about that character would take anything the MCU has to offer over the comic books. I don't believe that. I don't believe that, because I know damn good and well I wouldn't, and it's based off of I ain't got much better in the comic books than what they gave me. That's just me being honest. Let me keep it with you know what's going on. But yeah, E-Man taking the wait and see approach at the moment. And see, I ain't mad at that. You want to wait and see? You wait and see. Me, I'm gonna wait and see if this is your initial entry into this. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt if you're brand new. But by 2021, the MCU wasn't brand new no more. To me, they weren't. When did the MCU become a thing? 2008? Okay, well, nobody can do what Chadwick did. That's what they said. The cast and crew doesn't want to recast. Why are you so insensitive and disrespectful? All that. Recast the child and restore the Snyderverse need to happen. I like them. You just don't want to see Shuri as Black Panther. That's crazy because I actually got it as Black. T'Challa will be recast in Doomsday to do. I hope so. This was Marvel's decision. Get over it and move on. All that. I wanted Derek Bozeman to say recast T'Challa so bad at Chad tribute. You know, I feel that. I feel that, and I know some of us might have wanted it. What I'm gonna say is, why wasn't it good enough when he said it the first time? And that's a rhetorical question. I understand you. I understand, because that indeed would have been an impactful moment. I absolutely do get it. But, and I'm saying this as a God-fearing man, when God comes to you and delivers to you what you need to do, there's no audience. You know, a whole bunch of people standing around to bear witness. He's talking to you, specifically, directly to you. Well, I didn't need to hear him say it again. And that's literally what that would have been. He would have had to say it again. Why? Why wasn't what he's a black man, the brother of the black man that we call ourselves idolizing and worship and everything like that, and some of us call ourselves to be black Christians? Why wasn't what this black man said, who's the brother of Chadwick Boseman, enough on a black Christian network? That makes no, it's almost, to me, I'm saying to myself, here we go. You know how Christians, Southern Baptist Christians, walk in lockstep with the Republican Party? I don't understand. I don't know how, why. I'm still trying to figure it out in my mind. It ain't made sense yet, and I'm probably stop because that's driving me crazy a little bit. How he didn't get that overwhelming support from us. I don't even know how that was. Like, you want to talk about strategy. When he said it on December 8th, that should have been all we talked about. Like, ain't none of us talked to him. Ain't none of us done the interview. Not that he had to do it again, but the interview sit right there on Urban Faith. It sit right there. Like, that was the home run. You know how we play spades? That was the big joker. That was the big joker. And we act like somebody that had maybe one spade in their hand bluff us. Never mind. Never mind. You give me flashback. If you want black representation, then support all the other black characters not named T'Challa. Which always befuddles me when folks say that, because clearly, like, and I don't even know how you say that with a straight face to somebody that's got multiple comic books with black characters in it not named T'Challa. I don't know how you say that with a straight face. Some of us even sat up here. This is Fleet. Who else got Fleet? Do we even know who Fleet is? No. Who know who Fleet is? Well, why would I want Fleet? Shout out to Reginald Hutley, Jonathan Mayberry, appreciate it. Who else got Fleet? Well, how big of a character is Fleet for me to give two damns about Fleet? Oh, you gonna tell me he adjacent to T'Challa? He's adjacent to Shuri. I didn't even know. I don't know. But hey, it is what it is at the end of the day. Gray is a troll, Theo B. You better. Heroes in return. I'm bringing up all the things Anthony Recast would say. Yeah, that's what he doing. He being a smart butt. Yeah, he being a smart butt. Y'all just don't want to see a black woman shine at all. But I got Queen Mother Ramunda sitting over my shoulder. That was the other thing. How do we say that with a straight face when Recast T'Challa was upset about the Queen Mother Ramunda being deleted? Who else has said something about that? But once again, it's easy for folks to hurl baseless accusations at an organization that isn't organized. It's easy to throw out allegations to a movement that isn't organized. But if you are a key, or you consider yourself to be a key contributor to the movement, why isn't the movement organized? Are we really letting our egos get in the way of the movement being organized? Is it more about us achieving our own individual fame and popularity as opposed to making sure that not only does T'Challa get recast, but Sam ain't being shown to be broke? That we ain't got to keep looking at Isaiah Bradley looking lost and busted and disgusted. Because if we're talking about Black representation, I'm sorry, when we look at that about statement in regards to recast T'Challa, where is it? Where is it written on a website what recast T'Challa stands for? Where is it written at in a handbook? That's recast T'Challa stands for Black representation, Black imagery, Black love, Black loyalty. That doesn't mean that recast T'Challa has to settle for empty representation, compromise for just any old type of Black representation. No, recast T'Challa is supposed to be standing for something. But where is that? Where is that written at? Where you can be able to say to somebody beyond a shadow of a doubt, oh no, that's what we stand for. Because if you don't know it, yeah, it's easy to just throw stuff out there like that. But if you're supposed to be a key member of the movement, it's not your job to do that. Your job, if you consider yourself a leader in the movement, no, your job is to go quietly behind the scenes and put those fires out. Because if you consider yourself to be, and I'm saying you, any of us, if you consider yourself to be a key member in the movement, you think the MCU don't see you? Waiting on you to trip up? Waiting for you to say something stupid? And when I say something stupid, I know I got to watch what I say 24/7. Do y'all know how many times YouTube then demonetized a video that I've done just for me to say, go back and manually review it, for them to say, oh yeah, okay. But how much money have I lost since then? Because the manual review takes 24 to 48 hours. Well, it's been viewed. How much money did I miss out on while YouTube had that video restricted like that? So I have to watch what I say, right? Or I'm hurting myself, not just the movement. And they waiting on me to say something crazy so they can take it and run with it. Because what you ain't ever been able to say, and I'm of the mindset, that's why we say some. Because let's be clear, when we say that, give me the right here, right now, while we on this live, give me the folks that you can, whether you interact with them or not, give me the folks that are publicly viewed as leaders of Recast T'Challa, so we can understand why we should be doing better as a movement. Because if we were doing better, we wouldn't be able to say stuff like this. Nobody would be able to say stuff like this. But tell me right now, because we've seen the emojis pop up, right? Chillmonger, that's a leader. Back of the bus, that's a leader. E-Man, that's a leader. Planet Fanatics, that's a leader. Oh, okay. Dre Mack, that's a leader. Okay. Blues House, you consider that to be a leader. Okay. Well, if you consider them to be a leader and they consider themselves to be a leader, so does Marvel. If you consider them to be prominent members of Recast T'Challa, and they do too, so does Marvel. Squeakiest wheel get the grease. And they said they trying to get that audience back, right? Well, now, while nobody would say, because it's been went and above and everything, well, okay, Daryl and Theo. I ain't saying, I'm just saying, and be real with D-Real. What can we say? Oh, they waiting on it. What can we do? Because it ain't just about what we say. What can't we do out in the streets? Because soon as we do it, while nobody will attach Recast T'Challa to our name right now, let us go out there and F up. Let us go out there and F up. They're gonna talk about the whole damn movement. Let me say something. Let me make a disparaging comment about anybody from the LGBTQ. Oh no, they're gonna attach the hashtag to it. That's when you'll see the hashtag attached to it. Then you think I don't know that? You think I don't know that? Why we think I won't have squabbles with other personalities in the public eye? Because they're looking for that. They looking for that. The only person somebody Recast T'Challa can butt heads with is an anti-recaster. That's the person you can have the public spat with, but you can't, if you call yourself Recast T'Challa and you consider yourself to be a prominent figure in Recast T'Challa, you can't have a public spat with Recast T'Challa. No, you got to handle that in-house. And you know that if we had a code of conduct. We don't have a code of conduct. But then again, if we had a code of conduct, you wouldn't have to say anything. You'd be able to hit that person up. You say, you see what rule you just violated? You just violated rule, bop, 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 subsection, bop, 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 paragraph, bop, 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 bop. What I do? You made a disparaging comment about a black superhero. We don't do that over here. Well, you know, I just thought, man, I'm trying to keep it. You ain't got to tear Sam down to lift up T'Challa. You don't. We're not doing that. Oh man, don't do that no more. That's a one-on-one conversation. But once again, there's no code of conduct. There's no newsletter. There's no website. There are no offices. There's no PR rep. There's no officials. There's none of that. So how effective, because I want to make sure I bring this thing home, really, truly, when we ask the question, because folks are going to get mad and everything, don't get mad, man. Listen, I got mad when they told me back in the day I was stupid for not getting the math problem right. Get the math problem right. Get the math problem right. That's all we gotta do is just get the math problem right. Just get it right. Steezel, Kamoyo, Gray, what's going on? Hit the lights, my tribe, my big worm voice is principal. It's the principality. That's it. That's it. Juju is in the building. Do y'all think me and Juju agree on every damn thing? No, we don't. But you know where me and Juju keep it at? Off the book. Do you think me and Kamoyo agree on everything? No. Do you know where we keep it? Off the book. Do y'all think me and Daryl agree on everything? No, we don't. You know where we keep it at? Off the book. Because we know what folks be looking for. Oh yeah, they argue with each other. No, we're having a disagreement. That's what we have. Family squabble. And it ain't your business. It ain't your business. It ain't no business. There is no leader. The code is the leader. There's no leader, just the code. That is. See, watch this. Do we even know what the code is? The mission statement is Recast T'Challa. But what is the code? Because I'm, so-called fans should have locked in the first time he said it. Should have. Apparently, no one listens to a black person until that person says this. I guess so. What's going on? I don't like feeling that way, Jermaine, but I can't really tell you you're wrong. You're wrong. So I want to bring this all the way home. Bring it back around, summarize it. Recast T'Challa. Ineffectiveness versus effectiveness. Do we stay as we are, or do we dare get organized? But now, mind you, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know. And somebody said it to me once before. They're not concerned about the person standing across the street waving the Recast the T'Challa sign. That's not who they're concerned about. They're concerned about the person behind the scenes making the plans. That's the person that's a threat. Those involved in the plan making are the threat, not those that's standing out there yelling, cussing, fussing, waving a sign. Oh no, it's those in the background, folks can't see, sitting back there playing chess, not checkers. Well, I'm gonna ask the question. It's Monday. It's February 17th, right? February 17th. It's Black History Month. Why put off tomorrow what you can do today? If not now, when? So my question to all of those who consider themselves Recast T'Challa. You saw this video. You heard what I asked. Are we content to be where we at right now? Or do we want to get organized? No person is an island unto themselves. That's a truly rhetorical question. It absolutely is. But now getting organized means you got to put your ego to the side. Being organized means it ain't gonna always be the way you wanted it to be, but it ain't supposed to be. It's supposed to be about serving a greater good, right? Representation, Black superhero, right? I know, but that's what it is, right? We want to be, because we're first. We want to be the first to educate. Well, I don't want to say we want to be the first. We kind of don't have a choice, but to educate those that don't know on the history, the significance of these Black superheroes. Or do we just want it to be where folks can misspeak like they were misspeaking on Jon Stewart? It's rhetorical. It's absolutely rhetorical. The Rock With Me Nation is organized though, and I'm sorry. The Rock With Me Nation was organized before that meeting in 2021. We have a president, we have a vice president, and they flip flop back and forth depending on what day it is. That's Daryl and me. Some days Daryl is the president, some days I'm the vice president. Some days Daryl is the vice president, some days I'm the president. Then you got our spiritual advisor. She plays a very significant role in the movement. It's Grand Madam Tarot. It is. Then we got Gray. Man on the street, keeps his ears on the ground, keeps us invested in what we got going on. Then there is the Kamoyo King. The Kamoyo King is, we call him the showrunner, if you will. But he, like D. Steezel, like Gray, like Grand Madam Tarot, also played a role of moderators. Yep. And then I have Mr. Ray Smith. That's my mentor. Every man needs one, regardless of what your age is. It's always great to have an older man that you can go talk to. And he's that older man that I can go talk to. He is. And then we have quite a few other people that play prominent roles, keeping us encouraged on what we're doing. They send us stuff and everything like that. And when I say they send us stuff, they might send us some merch. They might come up with ideas for merch. Give us ideas to customize Black action figures that ain't nobody giving us. And we share those recipes for creating those Black customized action figures with everybody else. Because it's about growing. Growing. We don't want to keep it to ourselves. No, it don't do me no good if I got this Green Lantern action figure and don't know. If you want to pay for it, I want you to be able to get it. And I want you to know that if you want to pay that price for it, you're not alone. Somebody else felt like that too. I want to let it be known. You want a Queen Mother Ramonda? Oh, well, you know what? I can understand that. You want this nice little headdress that Angela Bassett wore in the movie? You know what I did too. Well, you know, Hasbro not going to give it to you. I know where you can go get one from. Yeah, this young man, black representation. Who goes to college? Imagery. See that? Imagery. Black man, young black man, go to college. Representation, imagery. Watch this loyalty thing. He do this. Go get it from him. Art Man Customs. Yeah. Black imagery, black representation, black loyalty. Go straight to him. Go straight to him. But black love. This was strategic, by the way. This was strategic. Let me come up with the griot shooting. Yeah. I think it says a lot that a man strategy. I think it will say a lot if I, as a man that is a huge T'Challa Black Panther fan, I think it would say a lot if I customize his sister Shorty as the griot. I think it would say a lot. I think that would say a lot to women that I cared a lot about that character. I think they would say a lot to men. Damn, you like Shorty like that? Yeah. And because they looking at me a certain way, they might say to themselves, oh, well, let me go see what's going on. It was strategic. I'm very strategic. But that's black love as well. What's the strategy for Recast T'Challa? That was the strategy for the Rock With Me Nation. We're going to make it so you can say what you want to say. You can't prove it because we got too much out there in regards to black women. Or you can say what you want to say. You're going to be hard pressed to prove it because we got too much out there in regards to black LGBTQ plus. You can say it. That's all you're going to do is say it. Because the Rock With Me Nation, we rock with those that rock with us. Strategy. So let me see. Strategy, Rock With Me Nation. Official positions, Rock With Me Nation. Sharing resources, Rock With Me Nation. On the strength of Chadwick Boseman. What are we doing with Recast T'Challa? The Rock With Me Nation has 3 shows. More than that, counting Grand Madam Tarot. We got, I don't know how many shows coming out throughout the course of the week where we talk black representation, black love, and we ain't just talking. No, we showing it. Okay, where is that with Recast T'Challa? It's saying when you know better, you do better. And as my brother Gray says, you get the representation you settle for. Well, I'm not a fan of what transpired today. And this video right now is saying we can do better. Folks gonna interpret it the way they're gonna interpret it. I can't do anything about that. This is saying we can do better. This is me saying this is how we got here. But no differently than David with Goliath. All we had was a slingshot. We weren't organized. We didn't necessarily know what we were aiming at with that slingshot. I'm using an analogy here. And we still struck pay dirt. Now imagine what we could do if we were organized. It ain't for me to do that. It ain't. I'm not even finna act like that. No. I did this over here. And I did this over here for a reason. I trust everybody over here. Everybody over here has been walking with a hive-like mentality. It is what it is. And we're not going to feel pressure to succumb to empty, meaningless representation. We're not going to do that. And we're not going to do that because the leaders of this movement move with conviction. We're not concerned about somebody telling us we don't like black women. Stop that. we ain't concerned about somebody telling us we don't love black children. Stop that. We ain't concerned about somebody telling us we can't love black people, even though we might not be married to. Stop that. No, we live it, we breathe it, we own it. That's the Rock with Me Nation. Black imagery, black love, black representation, black loyalty. What is Recast T'Challa? And if you consider yourself to be a prominent member in Recast T'Challa, that is something each and every last one of us need to be doing. The pettiness need to be put to the side. The ego need to be put to the side. Doing it for the gram to get your numbers up? No, it's supposed to be for the culture. Now, you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. Ain't nobody going to force you to do nothing you don't want to do. But if you're not going to be a part of the solution, especially when you know there's a right way or wrong way, when you know there's an effective way and there's an ineffective way, if you're not going to be part of the solution, then you should do everything you possibly can within your capability to not be a part of the problem. I ain't saying, I was just saying. I'm going to keep up with these notes and I'm going to get on up out of here. I'm going to get on up out of here. I ain't come for a long time. You could say not financially supporting disingenuous black representation is a code. True. As I said, speaking to me now. What up, Mr. Theo B? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I get better well representation in black video games. Listen, I do too. And far as, let me go ahead and say this. As far as black representation, I like this. We get beside ourselves sometimes. Get ego driven. I'm not finna do that. You like Black Panther? You like Black Panther stories. You've been missing them? Buckmeister got 6 issues over there. See how there's no ego involved in that? You say you want some Black Panther stories. They're pretty good too. No ego. None. I don't need it. It ain't about me. It ain't about Buckmeister. It's about the character. Aurora's in that comic book, in his story. Aurora. That's another black superhero. Let's see here. If I'm not mistaken, and I know I'm not, Taku and Horatio Walters are in that story. Say you want some Black Panther stuff, right? And you're not getting it. But I ain't just gonna toot his horn. Oh no, I'm gonna toot my own horn. You saw the Hunters, right? Mr. Ray Smith appreciated it. Some of y'all are asked for it. Well, it's a different action figure because they didn't drop an action figure for it. But I got Salamander Cruel in that story. Salamander Cruel. You say you've been asking for him. Where is it? Right up. Nick Fury pops up in the first episode. Yep. You say T'Challa teleports, right? He did that. He teleported. When do you hear somebody talk about T'Challa using his anti-vibranium claws? You got that. You got that. When did you last time you seen somebody showing T'Challa using his intellect? You got that. You got that. Did you prefer the MCU version of Claw, or would you prefer the comic book version of Claw? Because I gave you both. Both. Have you seen T'Challa on his Sky Cycle since the BET Reginald Hudlin cartoon? No, you haven't. I gave him to you. On the Sky Cycle. I did. He's the king of the dead. You heard him say it. When's the last time you seen T'Challa conduct himself like he's the king of the dead? Oh, it was in the Time Runs Out event. Well, you get that right there, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you who them Panthers are. One is Azuri. One is Scion. You know the other one is T'Chaka. You know Mtelli is there, right? You're just trying to figure out who the other Panther is. But right there, as fans of Black Panther, you're not getting it in the comic book. I gave you stuff that a knowledgeable Black Panther writer would give it to you, and I didn't even take that long to do it. Somebody said shadow physics. Didn't that pop up in part 3? Shadow physics? Ain't that what you want? You ain't got to ask nobody for nothing else. Now it's just a matter of whether or not we're going to be consistent in doing and giving it to you, because we ain't got to stop with that one. He ain't got to stop with 5 or 6 issues. I ain't got to stop with 3 videos. But are you, as a black superhero fan, go check in? Because what's the likelihood of me just doing T'Challa stories? If I know Sam can talk to birds, what you think I'm finna do when Sam pop up? Knowing how you feel, how I feel, how we feel about how Darwin got treated in X-Men the First Class, when Darwin pop up, because he will, what you think Darwin finna do? You would get Darwin from me quicker than you would get Darwin in the MCU or in Marvel Comics. Question is, what are you going to do as somebody who says you want this? I can't answer them questions for you. All I can tell you right now is that even though none of us give a damn about that brand new Sam Wilson Captain America book, you know what we do give a damn about? Shadow Soldier. Josiah's in that book. What is the Rock With Me Nation trying to do right now at this very moment? Do we need to buy the comic book to do it though? Because Josiah been around for a minute. Seemed awfully convenient they want to bring Josiah back now. But do we need the comic book to think about Josiah? And I'm not talking about Recast T'Challa. No. I'm talking about the Rock With Me Nation. No, the Rock With Me Nation sits up here, looks at this action figure, thinks about how big and chunky this action figure is, imagines the action figure painted differently, and says to itself, wait a minute. I could recreate the Shadow Soldier in my home and have Josiah X in my home as a member of the Rock With Me Nation. See how they go? So that's my time. Hopefully, what we got out of this isn't Buck trying to get his animation popping. He is. I was chatting on X with Aya Daily. I asked how would he feel if Feige made Storm a drug addict just for narrative purposes. How would he feel? He's not gonna like that. He not gonna like that. But you know what? It's either one or two things. By the time Storm get to the MCU, folks will either have learned their lesson or they won't. If folks do not learn their lesson, Aurora gonna get treated badly. If folks have learned their lesson, Aurora will get treated greatly. I don't know. I see trends. I see trends, and them trends, even in this latest movie, did not reverse course. Because while never mind. I don't want to do all that. I'm of the mindset that, hey, like I said, there's a right and a wrong way, effectiveness versus ineffectiveness. I know what the Rock With Me Nation does. Recast T'Challa ain't doing that. And so when you ain't got stuff like that line ironed out, you subject to find yourself being scrutinized for damn near anything. Well, like I said, what I'm going to do is this. It's no harm to anybody, but I work hard for my brain. Daryl works hard for his brain. And the last thing we need is our brands being besmirched because folks want to be irresponsible with another brand. And yes, Recast T'Challa is a brand. It is a brand. So what I'm going to do as of this video is officially separate the Rock With Me Nation from Recast T'Challa. So we don't ever, so when folks want to make accusations, allegations, it ain't got nothing to do with this over here. It ain't got nothing. I promise on everything. It won't have nothing to do with this over here. Oh no, when you make comments about who Recast T'Challa is, because I'm no longer a part of that, I will know exactly who you not talking about. I won't have to wonder. I won't have to guess. So as I said in the previous video, I won't use that hashtag no more. So when you start talking, no, it's the Rock With Me Nation. And I know our mission statement. I know the officials in their capacity. I know what our PR department looks like. I do. I know what our objective is. It's very, very clearly laid out. I never have to worry about that. Because we have women that are prominent members of this, I don't have to worry about none of that nonsense at all. I don't. And because we don't give two damn what somebody do behind in a bedroom, we don't. Do what you gonna do. Have fun. I'm doing what I want to do. We're not getting caught up on that either. So the epitome of stupidity is doing the same thing over and over again. I don't believe in that. It's stupid to be a part of an organization that's not organized. It's stupid to be a part of a movement that feels like being organized is not even a necessity. I believe stupidity is contagious. I do. I'm not saying the movement is stupid. I'm saying it could be better. There are better ways to do it. All the in. See, y'all got it. I know when me, D-Real, and everybody else over here on the Rock With Me Nation, I know when we disagree with each other, I know how we gonna resolve that. It will never make it to public. it won't make it publicly. It won't. We'll be walking. We got a hive-like mentality. You right. You know what? We got a hive-like mentality over here. I ain't mad at that. We got a hive-like mind mentality over here. We ain't even budging. No, black representation, black imagery. It ain't even a conflict of interest. It's not, because all skin folk ain't kinfolk. We're not doing that. And that wasn't no black movie. That was a Independence Day movie. So I'm not doing that. And I'm not going to support somebody just because they're black and they not giving back. That's the Rock With Me Nation. Because we don't mind going toe to toe with anybody. That is the Rock With Me Nation. So I'm over here. Question: this 3D man, should I paint his goggles? Y'all let me know. This my 3D man that I got right here. Should I paint his goggles? Should I paint them orange, yellow? Y'all let me know. Black representation, black imagery. Y'all like that? I got my own 3D man. Just let me know if I should paint it. See how we do that? That's what the Rock With Me Nation does. I don't know what. No. So I'm going over here. I'm going over here. That way I ain't got to worry about nothing else. I'm going over here. You can use Roadblock Head Sculpt too. Appreciate that. How are you and I discover your channel this week? Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for putting it up. This is what we do. We love it. Folks gonna say what they want to say, but well, as they say, folks talked about Jesus too. So. Hey, what's going on, Big Ronnie? I got an idea for you. When you make your Josiah X customizable figure, you could use the WWE Cody Rhodes Stardust figure. Just pop Cody Rhodes, the figure, and paint his body. I don't know. I think I'm gonna use this. I like this right here. I like this. This is a good chunky figure. Like, if you throw this to somebody, it's gonna hurt. And I already got the shield and everything. Now, just to let y'all know, so y'all see this portion right here. They say when you know better, you do better. And we believe in leveling folks up. So this horseshoe part, this is what you use to put his wrist in. I wish Hasbro would go away from that. Say, Theo, why? Because they break. And if you look inside, you can see, you can see right there where that stress point is starting to get weak at. So Theo, what you gonna do? Well, you know, when you are customizing everything like that, you make sure you got your little emery tool or whatever, and then you got you a hot air gun. You got the hot air gun, hair dryer, and everything like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take this whole thing off. I'm going to take that whole thing off. And while I had initially thought about replacing it with the straps, it's not even necessary. Well, Theo, what do you mean? Well, we're using it for photo purposes, right? Photo purposes. Tacky gum. tacky gum. Even when you put the shield in his back, got a little hole right there. You know, the shield flops. Well, yeah, it do this whole thing right here. I'm not necessarily a fan of that. Where I take this off, the shield is kind of curved in the back, but I take this off and put tacky gum on it, right? It'll sit snugly on his back, because if we do this right now, there's a gap between his back. You see the gap? Well, we get this tacky gum, we won't have a gap. It'll sit right on the back. You ain't got to worry about it. Take all the photos you want to. Then, when you want to put it on his wrist, just put you some tacky gum right there. And this is the other reason why I don't really like this, is because the shield really should sit like this. The shield should sit like that. But because of how they have the bracket in there, that's how the shield sits. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that at all. I'm not. So I'm gonna be using this. I'm gonna be using that. Hasbro ain't really making black action figures this year. If you are an action figure collector, you got heavy duty that's gonna drop from G.I. Joe Classified. You should be able to get your Alpine right now. But this really ain't the year for black action figures. So me and my brothers and I, what we've decided to do is go ahead and use this year to customize our own black action figures. In the meantime, since they made the announcement, I got my Sync, I got my Prodigy, I got my Triathlon. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. And while they won't be giving us a Casper Cole, a Cold Tiger, I don't need it. I don't need it. So we don't mind sharing over here. Okay, we don't. Matter of fact, I got to go put my Miles Morales up. This little Miles, I got to put it back on the shelf. So yeah, appreciate you pulling up, man. We are definitely here, Mister. Anytime you want to pull up, pull up. Let us know what you want to talk about. We'd be more than happy to talk about it. What's going on, Magic Blade? What's going on? Absolutely. Good night. Yeah. So listen, that's my time. I'm out. Didn't want to stay for a long time. Just wanted us to understand some things. If you're going to be a part of an organization, that organization has got to be organized. Organized organization. If you are part of an organization and it's not organized, well, you should expect a lot of stuff, a lot of negativity to come along with that. But if you are a part of that organization that's not organized and you've still been able to make it do what it does, imagine what would happen if you became organized. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. What's going on, Black? What's good? What's going on? You getting what's good with me getting this? We're working on it. We're working on it. We are absolutely working on it. I had to figure out which action figure I was going to use, and I did not like the action figure that I was looking at first, because I was actually, what's the dude that Deadpool's arch nemesis? That action figure was actually too small. But what I did look at, and I talked to Mr. Smith about it. Star Panther. Now we gauge it. Star Panther. Did you know the MCU figures, action figures, are smaller body-wise than Marvel comic book figures? Yeah. So Star Panther. I looked at this because I'm like, well, you know what? This is me having a conversation with myself, though. We got the purple highlights. We got the face. But the body is small. The body is small. And there's no boot swivel here. There's no boot swivel here. So of course that took that action figure out of the running. So the thing is to find the action figure, because here's the thing. when we're painting, because we don't have those machines and everything like that, we don't want it to look cheap. So what we're trying to do is find an action figure where at the very most, what we have to do is swap out gloves, swap out the boots, but that would mean that the action figure has to have a forearm cut. The action figure has to have a boot cut. So we are looking at it. I don't want you to think I ain't. I'm trying because you said Star Panther. you said Star Panther. I saw it more as a community, not as an organization. I like that community. I like that. Doesn't the homeowners, homeowners, I'm trying to get it right, don't sound right. Homeowners, what do? They live in the community. And I'm not saying you're wrong, just saying, like, just think about it. If you and I lived in the community, right? Homeowners, we're probably part of a homeowners association. we probably part of a homeowners association, and that thing gonna come with a whole list of rules. But you're right though. Yeah. Oh yeah. Man, listen. If we can do it for you, we would be able to do it for ourselves. So we look at it, and Mr. Smith is really that dude, Mr. Smith and my brother Daryl. We really are like, okay, what can we do? Because what it allows us to do, and I just want us folks to think about it. The more versions of T'Challa that we have, the more T'Challa that we have. I have the David List version of T'Challa. I got that version, that because I want to have that. You know what I'm saying? But I want the Ancient Panther. I want all versions, and I ain't the only one. Kamoyo. We be looking at all versions of T'Challa. So yeah, we gonna get it. We gonna make it do what it do. We gonna make it do what it do. And yeah, absolutely. And when you get it, we'll be able to say, hey, we got this for him. Who all want one? Which begs the question. Theo. So if Elon Musk can invest in the presidency, he did. Whether you like how he did it or not, he did. I'm 56. I turned 57 in about a month and a half. We've been struggling as a people with black action figures since I was a kid. Since I was a kid. Now, I know there's some of us out there that's got some change. I know I heard somebody say he was gonna buy the Carolina Panthers. Can't do that now, I don't believe. Think his assets are frozen. But he said he's gonna buy the Carolina Panthers. That's what he said. Well, it's levels to this, and we talk about doing different stuff. Matter of fact, here we go. I like this because he like investing in stuff. He like investing in stuff. Where is the black millionaire or billionaire for the black action figure company? It's 2025, and yes, there's demand for it. I'm mad as hell. Somebody can drop a Bass action figure, and I doubt it's us doing it, and get us to pay an excessive price for that Bass action figure. That Bass action figure costs more than that damn Maximum Spider-Man. And damn it, well, where y'all? No, no. I'm trying not to. I got Valorverse. And I got Jazzware toys and everything like that. And I'm trying to figure out, where is the black person? So black people don't think they can make money, make it at Kwame. Don't do that. I don't want to hear that because you collect a lot. Where is the black? Where? I got Byron Allen been for the past 20 years now trying to get a black network. We could have done got a black toy company by then. My people wouldn't have to ask nobody for nothing. Our people wouldn't have to ask nobody for nothing. We have a Bass action figure. We have a Bass action figure, a Segment action figure, an Anuke, a Tar, we get crazy. We would have all that. What we doing? And we would pay for it too. We could have had a whole wave drop for Black History Month. Mr. Smith sitting up there trying to customize action figures from African mythology. Why we ain't got them as action figures? Period. I know why. I know why. I know why. I know why. But that don't make no sense though. We don't see. Never mind. Never mind. I'm gonna keep going because I'm being got upset. I would like for us to create a Wakanda-verse community where we focus on the comic book side of things. I would love to see every Wakanda. Stay right here. Stay right here. Stay right here. Because right now, I'm working on my version of Vibraxis. Stay right here. I'm working on my version of Vibraxis. Stay right here. Yes, we're gonna be working on Gentle. Stay right here. Stay right here. Because what do we say in the Rock With Me Nation? We're not gonna beg you for anything that you freely giving anybody else. We're not. We either gonna take what you got, we either gonna, we either gonna take what you got or we gonna make it ourselves. Hope and pray we choose the latter. And so far, we've chosen the latter. So plus stories and character development. Stay right here. Stay right here. They said, Theo, what you mean? See, I'm in my feelings a little bit. Shout out to Reginald Hutley. Reginald Hutley reminded us about the annual, the Black Panther annual. I don't know. I really want to say him and Jonathan Hickman was on Demon Time that day because they was both on Twitter. So Reginald Hutley come and say, well, you know, I did a whole story about T'Challa and Aurora. They was married with kids. And then here comes Jonathan Hickman. Yeah, I did a story where Aurora was married, was pregnant with T'Challa's child. I don't think anybody gonna talk bad about Jonathan Hickman or Reginald Hutley. I'm like, y'all did? Shout out to Big Chad. I was talking to Big Chad the other day. My wife says I got damn near every action figure that Marvel got, and you know, it's a couple of them that I don't have and everything like that. But I remember. You remember when T'Challa and Aurora got married? I do. You remember that? Remember how spread out it was and everything? Had, you know, both pictures together and everything like both pages. I do. And like I said, shout out to Reginald Hutley. He made a whoop-de-doo fair about the Watcher was there. And the Watcher don't ever just show up just to be showing up. Oh no, it's an event going on. Absolutely right. This week, I'm ordering a Watcher action figure. I said all that just to say this. I'm ordering a Watcher action figure this week. I'm going to reenact that whole scene from when T'Challa and Aurora got married. Yes, I will have every superhero that was at that wedding in that photo and everything like that there, because I'm feeling like that would help push the needle in regards to Black Panther, Aurora, superheroes and everything. It's going to be hard to say I don't really F with other superheroes when you think about who all was in that damn picture. But anyway, we're going to have that. So yeah, stay right here. Stay. If you're not here, my brother D-Real. One or two, there or here. But when you say building up, oh yeah, we did. That's the rock with that. Listen, I don't want to say that's one of the unwritten things when it comes to the Rock With Me Nation, but yeah, So stay right here. Black Panther, and yes, it stay right here. Stay right here. Stay right here. But oh, there you go, man. I want what is happening. I want to be sure we are not harsh on black male-led characters. Oh, okay. I like that. See, and this is why I rock with him. This is why I rock with him, because as much as I've said I want to learn from him, he's let it be known. And thank you so much, Mr. Ayadele, for pulling up. You did not have to do that. He wants to learn, and I it's something to be said for somebody having a humble spirit. And I can't tell you, that means he got a humble spirit. So, problem in regards to, and I'm not saying everything that I'm getting ready to say can be fact checked. Everything. What I would do is I would tell you what my problem is. I won't speak. I won't speak for another man. T'Challa. Okay, push him off to the side. Chadwick Boseman. Stay right. I got December 8th and December 10th. December 8th, 2020, Urban Faith Magazine is when Derek Boseman spoke about his brother, the type of man his brother was, what his brother's legacy is. His video on December 8th did a lot for me, because I could never reconcile I struggled reconciling my blackness with being a God-fearing man. He helped. I listened to that whole interview, and I don't know if you had the opportunity to listen to it, but when he spoke about his brother, there was no jealousy. There was love. There was admiration. There was clarity. And in him speaking about his brother, it made me go learn who his brother was. And his brother believed in all of us, not some of us, all of us. His brother went to Africa and traced his roots, something that I would love to do. His brother gave his commencement speech at Howard when he talked about doors being closed to the majority of us, but it was up to us to keep those doors open for all of us. He was him. He talked about having an Ocean 11, Ocean 12. Folks get caught up on this one movie. You got Carl Lumley and Anthony Mackie. Let me tell you where I'm going to draw it at. Chadwick wanted movies where there was a majority of us, kind of like Black Panther 2, Black Panther 3. Meaningful representation. Chadwick said there were 3 roles he would not take: the role where he couldn't read, the role where he couldn't drive, and the role where he couldn't swim. That's integrity. That's intestinal fortitude. It means something. It absolutely does. So when you look at representation and you look at imagery, you're not here. You're not looking at what we looking at here. No differently than I wouldn't be looking at what you're looking at there. There's going to be some ignorance on my part, and I'm going to have to lean into you to get that expert knowledge, because I'm not going to know. I'm not where you from. I can tell you that hurt. Knowing what it is, knowing where you come from, that hurt. Because see, Ron DeSantis is a 3rd generation Italian in America. But he's able to walk and talk like he knows more about being an American than I do. How? My family came here on a slave ship. That's how they got here. So you got somebody like Anthony Mackie who preaches the same thing that the cast and crew preach from Black Panther. Nobody else could replace Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa. I can't say you know what that's like over there, but over here we've been told for ages we weren't good enough, and then just to have somebody black come back and repeat that. The same guy that folks keep talking about went on Variety magazine and campaigned Marvel to be Black Panther, to play the role of T'Challa. He did that. But got right up there with Jamel Hill, a Black woman, and lied his ass off. He lied his ass off on the actor. He lied his ass off on his intent with the character. How so? You can pull up the video. She asked him point blank, would Chadwick want the character recast? Now, Mr. Ayodele, what do you think that answer would be? If you studied Chadwick Boseman, if you haven't, don't answer it. But if you learn and study about Chadwick Boseman, what do you think that answer would be? Anthony Mackie said, no, nobody could replace Chadwick Boseman. He didn't even bother to answer the question. He said, I wouldn't even want to see myself as Chadwick Boseman. That's a lie. But it wasn't just a lie. It was him being disingenuous. Nobody ever asked him how he felt about Thunderbolt Ross being recast, and he never bothered to speak on it. What's the difference between Thunderbolt Ross being recast and T'Challa? What's the difference? Folks want to make it seem it's about Sam Wilson and Captain America 4. No, I can easily go back to X-Men 97 when T'Challa should have showed up in it and they replaced him for no reason with T'Chaka. Folks want to make this by Anthony Mackie. It ain't just by Anthony Mackie. Bo DeMaio is caught up in this madness too. And do you know why? Because as a Black man, he was inconsistent. He knew 2 years going in, because they were working on that show, T'Challa wasn't going to be in it. That's Bo talking. Bo, as a Black man, made a decision that that Black character shouldn't be recast. He replaced him with his daddy. But you know what Bo wants to do now? Bo wants to talk about his Blackness being the reason why he's no longer at Disney. You should have spoke about that then. No, you waited till they went after you to start talking about Black. You should have been talking about Black when they went after T'Challa. There's a difference between a Black king and a Black service member. Historically speaking, in our country, Black service members don't get treated like their white counterparts. They didn't. Nobody's going to tell you that story about how the Black veterans came home and the Germans that waged war on Jewish people got treated better. German war criminals got treated better than our own Black American soldiers coming home. I don't know how many times I can tell you that even in the past years, me being a proud Marine Corps veteran has been literally given his ass to kiss by fellow Americans because they're racist. They don't give two damns about me being a service member. They could care less. I'm the wrong skin complexion. The wrong skin complexion. Well, I don't know if you were keeping up, but prior to Chadwick Boseman passing, it was supposed to be T'Challa and Carol Danvers running the Avengers. Chadwick Boseman passes. We make the decision we've never made anywhere else, even in their own company, not to recast the character. And now it's not T'Challa. It ain't even Toussaint Jr. leading the Avengers. Oh, no, it's Sam Wilson. It is Sam Wilson. And the actor that's playing the role of Sam Wilson can't even be bothered to learn who Sam Wilson is. Being asked matter-of-factly by somebody that don't look like us, who's your favorite Captain America villain? He wants, you'll love this one. He wants some of the X-Men action. Maybe you can get him over there in Storm. He wants Sam Wilson to take on somebody like Kane Marco, Juggernaut. What for? Ain't you got Puff Adder over there in your own comic book? Ain't you? No, I'm sorry. That's Steve's comic book. Sam don't have no villains. Captain America does, but Sam don't. He participated in the cast and crew with that nonsense in regards to fans of T'Challa were being selfish. He participated in that propaganda. He didn't have to. We were being selfish. He participated in that propaganda. He didn't have to. You know what he could have did? He could have did the same damn thing Daniel Kaluuya did and said nothing. You know Daniel Kaluuya, Queen and Slim. Daniel Kaluuya, dope. Daniel Kaluuya didn't get caught up in that. Maybe it was because he knew Chadwick Boseman more than the rest of them did. But then again, that goes to Anthony Mackie speaking to that point. Chadwick Boseman kept his circle extremely close. Nobody even knew he was sick. Well, if nobody knew he was sick, how is Anthony Mackie and the entire cast and crew speaking so matter-of-factly on Chadwick Boseman to the point where we would rather listen to them than listen to his flesh and blood? Those are the things on the table with Anthony Mackie, the actor. I don't want to even get into the movie. That's not a black movie. That's an Independence Day movie. You getting caught up on one or two black actors. Like I said, you're not from here. That's not the Brothers. That's not the Wood. That's not the Best Man. That's not Friday. That's not a black movie. It's not. It's got a black lead, but it's not a black movie. And the black lead don't even know why he in there. He don't. Now, mind you, what I'm telling you, I'm not lying. You might not like anything I just said, but it's all researchable. The only thing Anthony Mackie wants me to do is put money in his pocket. Anthony Mackie took less than 24 hours to address him misspeaking on who Captain America should be. He got pressure. He got pressure from the media, white media. When we asked the question in regards to his inconsistency with Jemele Hill, us as black people, us as supposed Anthony Mackie fans, Jemele Hill fans, they didn't give two damns. None. The same dude who said what Chadwick would not have wanted done had no issue whatsoever endorsing Harrison Ford to replace William Hurt. For what? You want to know what I got an issue with Captain America 4? Carl Lumley is in Captain America 4 as Isaiah Bradley. Well, Isaiah Bradley was just looking busted and disgusted in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Then he get arrested. And he got on an orange jumpsuit in the movie. And he crying, looking hysterical. And that's the first black Captain America. And I can't even get a flashback scene with him in costume. And he got an effed up looking haircut. I got to watch him taking a shot at the president, not saving the president. No, I got to look at an attempted assassin. You see how I just articulated all of that? Now, what I would ask is, with me saying all of that and all of that being unequivocally, undeniably the truth, what is it at this point in time that still would make somebody that's proud to be black go see that movie? That movie should have came out Independence Day. It's called Captain America. It ain't called The Falcon. No, that's supposed to be a movie that brings all of America together. This is Black History Month. This is supposed to be about Black America, not about all America. That's the 4th of July. See, I'm not going to practice cognitive dissonance. And since folks call me the griot, and you know what that means, and I take that title seriously. I take that title seriously. And I'm proud because I know what that title means. I'm proud. It's an honor to be called the griot. Black Americans might not give two damns about that. Matter of fact, I can tell you it's quite a few that can hear griot all damn day long. They think it's perfectly fine for the griot to be reduced to artificial intelligence. But the Rock With Me Nation, we don't think like that. No, there's something to be said about oral historians. That's something else we promote in the Rock With Me Nation. So as the griot, I believe in Black imagery. I do. It's the reason why I'm able to look at the book that you gave us, Storm, and not get hung up on Storm sleeping with Logan. Do you know why? Black representation, Black imagery. And I told you that personally. I said, hey, if I'm looking at this, I got Jeremiah Drum. That's facts. If I'm looking at this, I got Joanna Cargill. Once again, that's facts. The type of respect you putting on Aurora's name, all that other stuff, I'm like, okay, that's what that is. That said, though, you know, well, you probably don't know. You know, is folks mad at you for writing Aurora like that right now? Jean Grey fans pissed at you because they feel like you're trying to, watch this, not have her and Aurora exist as peers because they're sisters, right? No, they feel like you're trying to replace Aurora, that crabs in a barrel mentality, where the Black chick can't be on the same level as the white chick. Really? The white chick comes from the Black chick. But see, they're not going to tell you that. You know who towing the line for you when it comes to your comic book? The Rock With Me Nation. The Rock With Me Nation. If folks are rocking with you from the Rock With Me Nation in regards to your comic book, it's because I've been trying to beat it into their head. If you ain't been perfect in real life, why are you expecting a fictional character to be perfect? That's kind of what that is. Ain't nobody getting that from over there. Nah, we didn't literally have folks say on their social media, the only two characters that matter, which is crazy. Because I got videos out there bashing that nonsense. It's been YouTubers that went above and beyond to say the only two Black characters that matter are Aurora and T'Challa. We shouldn't be concerned about nobody else. But Mr. Ayodele, you looking over my left shoulder right now. You see Sam Wilson sitting up there. You see Sam Wilson sitting up there prominently as Captain America. So does that mean I don't support the Black character, or did I not want to support the actions of a specific studio? Does that mean I don't support the Black character, or I just didn't want to support a Black actor who looks suspect right now? Now, if I'm supporting the Black character, that is imagery and representation. And I've done videos telling folks who keep saying Sam needs the super soldier serum. No, he don't. They need to let Sam use his avian abilities to fillet folks so they'll leave him alone and stop talking about he need the super soldier serum. But you getting that from me. Where else you able to go get that from? Who else feel the need? Who else possess the knowledge? Think about what that says. I'm telling folks that movie don't represent Black. But let me tell you about the character. The same folks saying go see the movie are the same folks saying he need the super soldier serum. Hell, some of the folks saying don't go see the movie are some of the same folks saying he need the super soldier serum. This channel right here, he don't need the super soldier serum to be effective. He needs somebody that knows him and cares about him to write for him. He ain't got that yet. In regards to the actor has been disingenuous to Black people, Black fans. Let me stay right here. The story about the Black woman who wanted to just get a photo op, he wouldn't take it. Meanwhile, you see everybody and their mama taking photos with Keanu Reeves. Here we go. He's at the pier in Louisiana. It's an older Black woman asking him, can she get a photo of him taking a picture with his son, with her grandson? Think about what I just said. Because y'all asking me to do something for Anthony Mackie. Anthony Mackie couldn't be bothered to do when the cameras weren't rolling. See, ain't no cameras are rolling around then. There's no photo op in place. And what's that test that they put out there? It's some type of test where they want to see what type of person you are, where you will be in a parking lot. Walmart, Target, Family Dollar, Piggly Wiggly, pick one. When you take your groceries to the car in the buggy, do you just leave the buggy sitting there, or do you go put it where it belongs? I'm one of those folks that go put it where it belongs. Maybe it's because I used to work at Walmart, but yeah, that's effed up when you can just take it right there a few more seconds. Well, when the cameras aren't rolling, I don't see Anthony Mackie caring about black. I see him caring about black when it's convenient. Speaking of convenience, though, when he refused to take the picture with the sister, refused to take the picture with the black boy, do you know where he went to explain his side of the story? He didn't go to you. He didn't come to me. Hell, he didn't even bother going back to Jamel Hill. No, he went to a show where it was 6 other actors there, all white men, to explain his side of the story. So what you want me to do for him again? You asked the question. I gave you the answer. I'm 10 toes down for black. But I'm not going to represent all black just to say that I represent black. No, I'm not going to represent that which is wrong. You don't see me capping for black gangs, do you? I don't cap for R. Kelly. That's a black man. I'm not going to do that. I'm not up here saying, hey, free Puffy. No, all black representation ain't good, especially when you ain't got a healthy dose of balance. But what do we have here with Captain America? We don't have the king walking around. No, we got the bastard child of the king. And that was written by a black man who did not have to. His parents married. Why Toussaint's parents couldn't be married? Or T'Challa ain't the marrying type? That's crazy. Reginald Hudlin seemed to think so. Jonathan Hickman seemed to think so. So the dude that come from a 2-parent household don't think T'Challa is the marrying type? That's crazy. But you want me to go what? Watch Eyes of Wakanda? No, I'm not doing that. You want me to watch Black Panther 3? No, I'm not doing that. Why? Because I'm not going to sit up here and preach the message that we got to be black service members and not black kings and queens. And my channel is built on us being black kings and queens, i.e. us not answering to anybody. I don't shirk that responsibility. I don't walk away from it. I own it. So to answer your question, it was loaded, but there's nothing Anthony Mackie can do for me to go support Captain America 4 than spin the block on all those inaccuracies he got out there. He need to go apologize to that black girl. He need to go make it right with her. I need to see him taking some photos, not with his sons, but with some boys that ain't his. Because here's the thing. Clearly, we weren't the only ones that felt that way, because I, as of yet, have to hear about somebody renting out a movie theater, black, to go see Captain America 4. Why is that? There ain't nobody renting out no movie theater to go see Captain America 4 like they did to go see Black Panther. I'm in America. T'Challa is a Black American character. Aurora is a Black American character. Yeah, I know, but no, they're largely seen through the eyes of Americans, rightfully so and wrongfully so. And they're, to a degree, written that way. I could almost go, this probably ain't no safe, it's probably a safe bet. You're probably the blackest writer to write Aurora. I ain't mad at that. Not mad at that at all. I salute that. But with you being the blackest writer to write Aurora Monroe, well, you said it best yourself. You were concerned about offending people. The thing is that I know how Aurora Monroe has been written since her inception. You're the first one writing her to be an independent Black woman. Being an independent Black woman does not mean she can't be in love with a Black man. No differently than being a Black independent man has never been an acceptable excuse for why you're not involved with a Black woman. Matter of fact, saying you're a Black independent man gets you laughed at and gets you ridiculed. So we know what the perception is here in America. We do. It's why every time you got an Aurora on film, she was light-skinned. See how that go? Meanwhile, when Halle Berry was first cast as Aurora, do you know what folks like me were saying? It should have been Angela Bassett. But there's your answer. I hope I did a great job in answering. Hope I broke it down for you. I agree. What got me hooked on your channel is that you have mastered the Black Panther mythology, and that made me want to read something. Listen, as much as you say I mastered it, I still consider myself a student. I'm still learning. But I appreciate it though. I appreciate it though. Thank you so much for that. I still got a ways to go, and as I go, we go along. As I go, we go along. He's a good brother. What's going on, Black Granite? Mr. Ayodele, welcome. You have come to the right place. Yeah, like I said, man, all I want to, you know, one of the things we talked about when we first got the Rock With Me Nation together, we talked about wanting to learn languages from Africa because we understand that being over here in America, this ain't our language. I'm tired of speaking something that don't belong to me. We don't teach any African languages in our schools, whether it's elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, colleges. We don't teach it. Thus, we don't get our people connected. Folks can come over here and speak Italian. Folks can come over here and speak German. Folks can come over here and speak Russian. Folks can come over here and speak Ukraine. Hell, last damn job I got, I'm talking to somebody speak Ukraine. I got to go get a Ukrainian interpreter. When I ask why we don't care, I get single-minded responses like, oh, because Africa don't run anything in regards to money in the world. That's why there's no need to learn an African language. And I'm being told that by my own damn people. I done heard, I don't know how many stories about Thor. I don't know how many stories I done heard about Hercules, Zeus, and all of that. Where's everybody else? We over here in America right now, man. They get rid of Black History Month. Get rid of the tribute, what the Tuskegee Airmen contributed. Get rid of anything that Black folks have contributed to America. That's what we're dealing with over here. That's why I was so happy when Cheryl Eaton wrote Black Panther Blood Hunt the way that she did. That's why I was so happy. I can't even tell you if I've ever heard Shango speak in Marvel Comics, but you finna bring him to us. You finna bring him to us. I'm happy. I'm happy, not just for myself. I'm happy for those who have wanted to see Shango in comic book form. They get to see Shango. Thank you, Cody Ziegler. Cody Ziegler brings us Anansi. I didn't heard about. I got Loki all day, every day, twice on damn Sunday. I ain't got no. My history, our culture matters. It does, and it starts with you. It starts with you. So, let's see here. Yeah, absolutely. I started the time as a Coach run. I see some similarities in the movie. Yeah, I love what Coach did with it. I do too. I do too. Maybe Beige does in the building. What's going on, Mr. Ray Smith, my elder, my advisor? I hear you. And that's the only thing we can do. Be open to doing is hearing, listening to one another. I'm just here to tell you, I can feel how I want to feel feelings, as I've said before. I've told my wife that on many occasions. Feelings are just that, feelings. But man, I like it. I like it. I'm excited for you to be writing Aurora. I am, and I'm speaking for myself. I'm not gonna judge the whole what you've given me thus far off of one. You don't know, you don't know. And if you've been told to believe some other stuff, you're gonna believe it. I just know when it comes to Black love, that's the thing with us. That's the thing with us. It ain't about Aurora and T'Challa. Aurora could get back with Craig. It's still a Black dude. Aurora can get with Jeremiah Drum. That's still a Black dude. Folks get caught up on stuff. We know what we wanted as far as the Dream Union and everything like that, but Black imagery, Black love, Black representation. We don't want T'Challa to go kick it with Sue. We don't. We don't want T'Challa kicking it with Carol. We don't. T'Challa is either you finna kick it with Aurora. You can't kick it with Misty because she kicking it with Sam. You can go kick it with Monica. Monica ain't seeing nobody. You can go kick it with Frenzy. She ain't seeing nobody. You can go kick it with Tempo. Maybe. Hold on. Hey, babe. Hey. No, not yet. That's fine. All right. Bye-bye. That's my wife. Black woman. So no, we just want what everybody else got, and folks act like we wrong for wanting that. No, Sue and Reed been together for a minute now. Okay, well, that was when I was a kid. When do we get the Black Union? Okay, well, you don't nobody, not you, don't nobody want it to be Aurora and T'Challa. Okay, well, who Aurora and who? Don't nobody want it to be T'Challa and Aurora. Okay, T'Challa and who? Because T'Challa got options. Aurora, I don't know how we would do that because I think Gentle is younger than Aurora. I don't see Aurora and Eric kicking the Bobo. I don't. And like I said, Bishop is there, but I thought Bishop and Tempo. I thought Bishop and Tempo had a thing. Aurora and Jeremiah Jerome. I ain't mad at that. Aurora and Eden Fessy. Now this me just being I'm being facetious, low-key petty. Aurora with Eden Fessy's mentor. That's crazy because you know he old. But this is when I say this. Remember this. Go back to this. Folks gonna say stuff and do stuff, and I just want us to be mindful of stuff. We did because we was writing the comic book. We said Adam Bashir couldn't be with Monica Rambeau because he was too old. That's what we said. Now, I'm not saying we created that, but that's what we said. Well, that logic don't line up with Thor and Jane Foster and Logan or any female. Because if Adam Bashir is too old for Monica, so we can't have that Black couple together, then why is Thor with any female aside from Sif? And Logan shouldn't be with anybody. But definitely not Jean Grey, who was a minor when he came, who was under, you come on now. You see how we making we justifying these other parents in ways we don't want to do with black couples. Why? Peter was how old when he got with Kitty? Who said so? It don't matter how inappropriate the relationship is when it comes to other characters, ain't nobody got a problem. We talking about our characters. Oh, not only do other folks have a problem with our characters being together, but we got a problem too. As my brother Darren would say, make it make sense. Because you over there right now. And you, as you look around, you ain't got nobody black that's involved in a relationship with somebody else black. You damn sure ain't got no black babies over there at Marvel Comics, and they've been around longer than you've been alive. And you ain't got no black married couples over there at Marvel. Now, you might not want to ask that question. I'm not saying that you should. I'm not suggesting that. I'm not tempting that. But you know, like I know, that you ain't got that over there. Well, I don't want anybody thinking that American black Americans ain't focused on black. Yes, the hell we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We are. I don't want nobody thinking that we signing off on all these interracial commercials that's coming off where you got either the black woman and another man or the black man and another woman. No, we not. We see value in black love. We do. We see it. And because we see it in reality, I got a black wife. Well, when my daughters pick up comic books and everything like that, as easily as I can read to them Clark and Lois, because even with Peter, didn't Mary Jane go get with another? She did not get with us. She left Peter and went and got with another Caucasian dude. Folks talking about Mary Jane sideways, talking about how she done sold Peter out. She sold Peter out with a white dude. And not just any white dude. Oh no, this white dude got it good. He got it going on. They ain't nobody finna look at the dude that Mary Jane with over Peter and compare him to Logan. So it's one of them things where, you know, like I said, I want to learn from you. That's all I can do is learn from you in regards to culture and everything like that. If you want to learn from us, like I said, every conversation ain't meant to be public consumption. It's not. But bruh, it's different over here. It is. It's wild and it's crazy. It is. And if you don't know, if you don't know, not saying you do or you don't, because there's folks over here that don't know. Prime example. When folks did not know what Buddy was gonna do here, I love this right here. You had some folks look like me and you go above and beyond for the dude that's in the White House right now. And the dude that's in the White House right now ain't done nothing for them. And they went above and beyond to disparage their own, just to justify that dude being in the White House right now, and that dude don't even know their name. They know that there was a determined effort to erase the child and find substitute. We are full of, yeah, they knew it. They knew it. What's going on, Miss May Kent? What's going on? I can't stand Elon. Listen, at all. They do. Salute to my tribe. Yeah. Anthony Mackie wants to shine. He would have gotten had he secured the role of T'Challa that he auditioned for. And folks gonna think that, okay, so to Mr. Smith's point, I got a Variety magazine article out there and I got an interview with Jamel Hill. So you mean tell me I don't know what I said in the Variety magazine article? I'm just because folks say he forgot. Well, which one did he forget? Did he forget what he said in the Variety magazine article, or did he forget the interview with Jamel Hill? And are you telling me that nobody from his team said, hey, dog, bop, 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 bop? But now, once again, I asked that question. If we threw a flag on the play on social media, Jamel Hill responds to social media stuff. She does. You say something crazy about Jemele Hill, she don't mind looking for the smoke. She don't. Nothing. Crickets. Well, Anthony Mackie, he respond. Didn't he feel inclined to go sit at an interview table with 6 white dudes to explain his side of the story? Okay. Didn't he respond to when folks said something about his comments in regards to Captain America? Yeah. Well, his comments in regards to Chadwick Boseman, crickets. Now, me, I start asking questions because I'm like, okay, well, I'm the person that's supposed to be paying money, putting it in your pockets. So I don't get to ask questions. Oh, no. That's when folks like Roland Martin start letting me know back then it's not about black or white. It's about classification. You want me to say that again? That's when Roland Martin let me know, when he called me a no influence having ass fool, when I asked a legitimate question. That's no, we as black folks here aren't allowed to question black folks up there. We just need to come and blindly support, i.e., give them our money. Well, like I said before, I've given Anthony Mackie as an actor more than enough money. I bought She Hate Me 4 times. 4. I bought 8 Mile twice. Carbon whatever, I watched it. Folks say he not a leading man. He ain't led in no movies. That's a lie. Me and my daughter both went and looked at that. And we didn't think he did a bad job in that Haunted House movie. He was hilarious. So we say a lot. We don't want to deal with the issues at hand when we start saying somebody just don't like somebody. No, pay attention to the person that's giving you specific reasons. Because then there should be no generalization after that. If somebody is able to give you specific reasons, articulate exactly why they have a problem with it, then it's no longer about, oh, well, we just only want T'Challa. That's a disingenuous statement, especially when folks know me. I've always been very clear, very articulate as to what, why, when, where, how in regards to Anthony Mackie, Sam Wilson, T'Challa, and Chadwick Boseman. Very, very clear. Now, whether or not you chose to, not saying you, but whether or not folks care or not, chose to hear or not, that ain't my fault. That ain't my fault. But I can't get behind what Anthony Mackie got going on. I can't, because that's a detriment to us as black people. Whenever a black person got to go above and beyond to lie or misconstrue facts just to get ahead individually, oh, I can't support that. I can't support that. I can't support that at all. Oh, may I meet him? I can't. And let me tell you where I'm at with it. I have enough courage and conviction to where if he were ever to ask me, have I been talking about him? The answer would be yes. If he asked me what I said about him, I could specifically tell him exactly what I said about him. Did you mean that? Yes. But I'm going to come back with some questions of my own. What's up with this Variety magazine article, and why is it inconsistent in regards to your comments in regards to Jemele Hill? Now, see, I don't mind answering questions. I don't. But from what I've been experiencing in my life, folks don't necessarily like answering mine. Well, keep that same energy. May Kent, you are not by yourself with respect. Yeah. Chadwick passes, and suddenly we want to honor him, but William Hurt passes, and that's it. That's the inconsistency right there. But we want to act like folks wrong. No, we're not wrong in asking them questions. We're not. Hit those likes, you lurkers. William Hurt been in the MCU since the beginning. Yep, since the beginning. It didn't even acknowledge the dude passed. I just shaved off a mustache. So you gonna give me the Terrence Howard, Don Cheadle thing? Stop that. Do you have Moses Magnum? No. I do not have Moses Magnum. I don't think they even have Moses Magnum as an action figure. That's an easy body sculpt. White. You got to find the head sculpt somewhere, somebody with an afro. And then you're going to have to do something about that collar. You're probably going to have to create that collar in and of itself. You giving me some stuff to work on. I like that, because this is going to be an easy. I got a lot of free time this year. So I got a lot of free. I can work on it. Moses Magnum. I like that. Mr. Smith, you in the building? We're gonna chop it up. We're gonna chop it up. Sorry, I'm still not a fan of his. Eternal Storm, Black Granite. Yeah, Eternal. Yeah, man, listen, I love it. I'm not gonna act like they appreciate you. Thank you so much for that, Black Granite. I like it. You finna elevate up, man. Okay. I ain't mad at all. They need super writers. Shout out to Ernie, Blurred Without Fear. And he said this because I want to be fair. I'm not gonna say you got to be black to write a black character. I will say you got to know and care. What we've experienced way too much of, and I just think folks aren't used to it. This is the day and age of social media. What we're saying now is what we've been wanting to say. You never know what caused us to go off. Just know before you didn't get it because there wasn't that. Before there was me and Daryl, I don't know what was going on. I don't. But we here now, and we're not going nowhere. And yeah, we're going to keep sharing education. But to Ernie's point, he said, what Marvel needs to do, if you're going to have somebody that's white, write a black character. Have somebody black attached to them. Folks might feel like that's fair. That's not fair. Well, the thing is this. Folks need to have an honest conversation with themselves. White America don't know as much about Black America as Black America knows about white America, because white America keeps putting everything about them on Front Street while trying to do everything they can to really keep Black America and every other America regulated off to the side. That's fine. You want, well, actually, no, it's not. It's effed up, to be perfectly honest with you. But knowing you doing that and then trying to write a character that appeals to them demographics and you the one writing them, how stupid can you be? You don't know enough to get it right. You know enough to offend somebody, but you don't know enough to get it right unless you're that writer. And the comic industry, period, suffers right now from way too many writers who aren't those people. You got way too many writers writing characters they do not care about, nor do they know about. And that is a recipe for disaster. Chadwick Boseman, yeah, he did. He absolutely did. He needs Misty Knight, but she's not in the MCU at all. At all. She not. He wasn't selfish. He wasn't. He wasn't at all. And we don't talk about that enough. Folks are afraid to push back against the studio, fear the studio not having any more black characters. And what do we say to that, Kamoyo? I got the black Marvel characters at the house. I don't need the MCU for nothing at all. As I told you, Theo, how many black male heroes started as a villain? Too many stereotypical characters at Marvel, and I'm sick and Mr. Smith got a right to feel that way. And I don't think we take folks like him into consideration. There is an older demographic, whether we want to think so or not. There's an older black demographic that predates a lot of us that's tired of it. Beyond sick and tired of it. And there are no more excuses for it. That's the thing. I'm hard pressed to tell anybody in their 60s or 70s that's a comic book fan to wait. I'm hard pressed to tell somebody in their 60s or 70s to keep putting up with what they've been putting up with. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do that. I ain't finna tell nobody what to do. I ain't doing it. I ain't gonna do it. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna do that. Leela Taylor was right there, Sam's first girlfriend there, and that's crazy. Mackie listen. Like I said, it ain't what you do when the lights rolling. It's what you're doing when the lights ain't on. Don't tell me, oh, you got a lot of love for people. You finna sit down and eat with people. That's a photo op. That's a photo op. That's what that is. Show me when the camera's not rolling. So these people at Marvel Studios don't hire comic book writers to write scripts. To me, would be must if I was over a studio. Listen, you costing me money, I didn't fire everybody. Bucky and Winter Soldier ran from all authority the entire movie, and when he was caught, he not only escaped but was able to fight for freedom. But all we get is another black man in jail. Meanwhile, Bucky is a congressman. You know what? I started to ask how Bucky is a congressman, but I don't feel the need to. You know why? Because you being a felon don't matter no more. You can run for political office and be a politician. Your background, whether you're a felon or not, whether you deleted folks wrongfully so, it don't matter. So I ain't even going, because what we did was fiction just gave us what reality was. So I ain't even tripping. What we know is this. Isaiah can't do that. That's what you know. No, Isaiah getting locked up right there in that damn movie. Bucky is a damn congressman. Isaiah a prisoner. Now, who then fought on the side of America more consistently without any changes whatsoever? Isaiah or Bucky? Right. See, I asked her a question. Rock Me Nation, that roundtable interview Mackie did for THR was jaw. Thank you. THR. Give me some more THR. Was that the name of the show? THR? It's crazy. Dysfunction is not represented at all. The same producer that said, Mr. Ray Smith Pete, greeting everybody. The same producer that said he couldn't see the next new actor in the role of T'Challa had no, but look, didn't he? Didn't he? And I think he gave Thunderbolt Ross way more than a matter of minutes, didn't he, man? Come on, somebody. Stamina MC, great fast. I'm wondering why Nate Moore let go. We already know. I need Mr. Identity to write the conversation between T'Challa and Storm where she realized that she was wrong for standing with the X-Men and not her husband and putting hands on his sister. Are you? Here's what I would ask him to go reread Avengers versus X-Men. And the reason why I say that, Mr. Smith, to your point, is because we know that conversation between Aurora and T'Challa, it's not coming up in the next few issues. It's not. I would ask for him to go reread that. If he's nothing else than an Aurora fan, I think he'll read where those characters weren't written characteristically like they should have been. Either one of them. That's what I would ask him to do. Go back and read Avengers versus X-Men from beginning to end. If he does that, I don't think that request would have to be made. I don't. I think it's just something. I just think it's something that we will fall back on because the narrative should be the narrative. To this day, constantly getting told by our own and others that Africans don't like us. We don't know. Listen, that hurts. That hurts. Black love, black family, black legacy. Yeah, it hurt, man. It hurt. And I don't, hurt is the first step to being angry about something. So I will acknowledge that I'm hurt about something before I even get to that stage, but it hurt. It hurt being separated. And you're not just separated by land, you separated by a lot of things. And we're not trying to, I don't think we are doing enough to connect the dots. It's sad. Again, shout out to Cheryl and Eaton for giving us black guys putting in work. Yeah, I absolutely did love that. I absolutely did. You're not by yourself on that one. I thought Bishop and Storm were related. Isn't she his grandmother from the future? Nope. Well, here's what Mr. Ray Smith is going to go. Once again, this is my elder. No to Brother Voodoo and Storm. That is a betrayal to T'Challa by both of them. Now, why does he say that? No different than the reason he said the whole thing about Aurora and Jean. And that's the consistency. Aurora and Jean are like sisters. But then again, Aurora and Jean are supposed to be like husband and wife. And we see what's going on in regards to that with Logan. But in our culture, that is supposed to mean something. I would not mess with D-Real is my brother. That's supposed to mean something. Mr. Ray Smith is my elder. That's supposed to mean something. What we're being told is, unlike Kendrick Lamar, our black characters don't practice loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. And a person is real. Cheryl Lynn Eaton for Reed Karami. Thank you. Andrew Dollhouse and Joe Sabino need to be on ongoing. Come on, somebody. Thank you. Nah, we didn't say that. Eve Ewing did. Yeah, we did. Monty is practically immortal, so age don't really matter. Age ain't nothing but a number. I can't even play myself. I'm always pro T'Challa and Aurora. Like I said, I ain't mad at that. I'm gonna go get the Watcher. I'm gonna order the Watcher as an action figure, and I need to get that right. It's Black History Month. See if I can get the Watcher from Amazon. We're running out of days. I'm gonna see. That's gonna be crazy because it was a lot of folks at that wedding. But never mind. So yeah, we're gonna do what we're gonna do. It's all about positive Black imagery. Yes, that's absolutely right. Absolutely right. We should already have a comic series about one of their kids flying around kicking butt already. And I don't know why we act like that's a terrible thing. Like that's what get me. When we say stuff like that, brothers and sisters be sniping. You be like, so I'm wrong? I'm wrong. How many children Scott and Jean got running around here? No, Dad. Come on, that's how many kids Scott and Jean got running around here? Reed and Sue got 2. I'm wrong for wanting 1. Theo, no, I don't be wanting that. I don't be wanting that. Like, come on. We know that. You're not telling me you X-Men nothing, and you mad at us talking about one black baby when it's a plethora of other babies over here. And no, that ain't aimed at the writer. I'm talking about folks that be sniping at us on social media. Oh, y'all trying to tell the black, y'all want to. I'm not trying to control the black woman, nothing. Matter of fact, what black man can? Every black man know damn good and well you can't control no black woman. Oh, I don't even know why we say stuff like that. You come out better trying to corral a damn hurricane. Talking about we trying to. A black man ain't ever trying to control a black woman. You saw Good Times? Was James trying? No, you can't. No, stop saying that. I got a black wife. I can't control her. When she decides it's time to go off, only thing I can do is get out the way. That's it. Stop telling folks that. What's going on, Darren Field? Black on black reproducing love should always be. Yes. I don't know why that's not a fundamental thing. Well, it used to be. It used to be, but no, you're absolutely right. Mal Duncan and Karen Beecher. Yeah. Because honestly, we don't really get them till we talk about Young Justice. The animation. It's crazy. They took away T'Challa, but continue to give you more General Ross, same exact situation, but different outcome. Think about it. That's why I said when somebody said, and one of the negative tropes in Captain America 4. Now, mind you, I didn't go see the movie, but it's a whole bunch of it on YouTube. Right. So you got folks talking. One dude went through the whole movie, about 20 minutes, talked about what Sam was doing. Could tell the tension was still kind of tense between him and Everett Ross. Ross called him a boy. Not Everett Ross, Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt Ross called him a boy. I'm still waiting on somebody to say in the chat, no, he didn't, because I want to get that one wrong. Because I'm like, I know ain't nobody write that in there. Please tell, I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. Y'all tell me Thunderbolt Ross didn't call Sam no boy, because I know he didn't. But with that out there, aside from all that, like I said, you got all that other imagery out there. You got all that other imagery out there. You got all that other imagery out there. You got all that other imagery. I said, Theo, no. You got all that other imagery out there. Theo, don't do it. No, because you didn't see Isaiah go to no wrath. No, Isaiah got treated like a common criminal. Isaiah ain't getting no special gray and blue uniform. No, they threw him on an orange jumpsuit. Threw him on an orange jumpsuit, locked him up. Called him son, not boy. Sam didn't. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, big stamina. Call Sam son. Okay, well, Dwayne McDuffie is the dude that sniped on Marvel for calling. Come on now. Lamar Hoskins Bucky. So you mean to tell me the black executive, Nate Moore, signed off on somebody who Thunderbolts Ross age should know better? Should know. It's 2025. It's 2025. So what white man can call you son as a grown black man and you be cool? That's not your fault. No. Tell me what white man can call you as a grown black man son. But we say ain't no negative stereotypes in that movie though, right? I'm just asking. Because see, we can feel some type of way, but feelings don't always equate to facts. That's a negative stereotype. That's a negative trope. A white man calling a grown black man son. So don't say it's on or it's on and popping. There's nothing to be on and popping about nothing. There's nothing to be fighting about. No, it's sit down, shut up, listen, so you can learn something. You grown. You good with a white man calling you son to put you in your place, to let you know you don't know what you're talking about. That's crazy. So when we say there wasn't no negative stereotypes, tropes, or whatever, we didn't recognize the difference in how the leader got treated, Thunderbolt Ross got treated as criminals in regards to how Isaiah got treated, even right there. Isaiah Bradley can get out, punch his way out. No, he shook. He's traumatized. So Pam Entertainment would call that trauma porn. So as black folks, we don't want nothing different than that in our superhero movie. We still got to see that. Since it was a black movie. No, it wasn't. But since they saying it's a black movie, Grace Randolph from Behind the Trailer Park News, that's what I need to be getting excited about. That's what I need to be getting stoked about as a black person. Seeing another black person, even a superhero, get treated like a common criminal. Not a superhuman criminal, but a common criminal. Threw his ass in Gen Pop. Listen, we got at some point, if we ain't better than that, we don't need to expect other folks to treat it. And then, no. Here we go. I like this one. Insults. And I'm gonna get on up out of here when I say that, when I finish this. So someone accused you of being butt broken. Understood? Was that right? I don't think so. No. I wouldn't have reduced it to that. But see, I would have called you something else that probably would have hurt your feelings. I'd have said you were still asleep. Which one is worse? Him saying you were being butt broken, or me saying you still asleep? But you are, though. You are still asleep. And you, as a God-fearing man, should never find yourself reduced to somebody else. Komoyo King ain't you and you ain't him. But you did start off by disparaging the movement. Now, I can talk to my brother off to the side, but my brother takes Recast T'Challa seriously. He knows that line needs to be told. He knows there needs to be a hive-like mentality for that movement to be successful. But you called him the N-word, though, and you did it out of anger. if you consider yourself better than him saying you got buck broken, wrong as it was, you not responding that way because you're better than him. But you don't even want to be better. You want to be no different. Those aren't the traits of a leader. A leader is going to make the tough decisions. A leader is going to watch what he or she says. A leader is never going to find themselves falling down to the common person's level. You don't do that, but you consider yourself to be a leader, right? So my comment to you, because you ain't the first person that's been disparaged that way. Oh no, quite a few of us, watch this, quite a few of us in the Rock With Me Nation have had our reputations sullied, had our blackness questioned. Hell, Roland Martin questioned mine in front of God and country. Do you think I dropped down to his level? No, I didn't have to. Because I'm better than Roland Martin. All day, every day, twice on Sunday. As a black man. See how that goes? That's it. We out. We out. And I hope, how many kids Scott and Emma got running around? Exactly. A whole, well, do Scott and Emma got some kids? You're going to tell me something. Hell, Scarlett got two, she do. About to send you a picture of my Moses Magnum. Okay, I like that. Same here, that 1988 series is just that joint. Come on, somebody. Listen, the Hollywood Reporter. Okay, yeah, that was cringeworthy. T'Challa came out in 66. I was born in 73. Been a T'Challa fan since 84. How long must I wait? Too much. Too long. That said, we out. I didn't mean for this to take as long as it did. Damn near another 3-hour show. Damn, right? Somebody got to talk to me. But anyway, started off this video in regards to the effectiveness, ineffectiveness of a movement not being organized. It's not. When a movement is not organized, it's subject to deal with stuff like this that actually takes away from the movement and has nothing to do with growing the movement. Yes, the hashtag is Recast T'Challa. It is. I believe in the hashtag T'Challa being recast. But because I know things are what they are, if you are a member of the Rock With Me Nation, while we will still continue to go above and beyond to support Recast T'Challa, because that's what it's about, stop using the hashtag. We're going to use a hashtag in support of Recast T'Challa. Use the hashtag that does not come with the BS, the RWNC. Use that one. That's our brand. We ain't got to worry about getting it confused with anybody else. We got a message, right? We got a mission objective. We got a goal. We got an agenda. While we might not have newsletters, we do have what? Weekly news shows in regards to stuff. So when we talk about anything regarding T'Challa, don't use the hashtag. And you don't have to, because when it comes to black imagery, black love, black representation, black loyalty, we never needed that hashtag anyway. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Listen, this has been a blast. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate your unfiltered authentic. Absolutely, man. And I appreciate y'all being who you are. Absolutely. Ain't none of us perfect. Listen, thank y'all so much. This has been a blast. Make sure you got your notifications on all year. Yeah, all year, 365, black representation, black imagery, black love, black loyalty. We're going to make it do what it do. We got some action figure photos we need to come to you. We're going to make it do what it do. So till then, till the next time, and remember the late, great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman. I wish each and every last one of y'all love, peace, and soul. We out.